Welcome back to more Space Engineers Void Survival. We're just kind of taking a look at a little bit of the progress stuff I've done. Not a ton, but still a nice amount. Can I hop out? Button not working? I'm going to need a new mouse here. So I got all of these set up. I was thinking of maybe nomming a few pieces off and trying it out on screen. I want to look at the inventory. Okay, you got a lot of miscellaneous stuff. There's nothing attached, right? Yeah. Okay. So nomming the big ship, getting the large blocks, and after getting those, hopping over here and doing a little bit of welding. Whoa. Wait, what? How did that hit? Okay. Well, at least nothing exploded. And go in here, hide empty. It's nothing at the bottom. Yeah. Okay. Hide empty, and this one is the main one I've been using. So girders, are these girders? Yes, okay. Explosives. Explosives can go there. These grids are insane. Oops, these are ammo boxes. I've got a significant amount of ammo boxes, actually. Oh, these are missiles. Don't have many missiles, but could use them for something. This would probably... Most games would probably be a little bit more interesting if you have some sort of an enemy faction going on. I don't want to say like in a PvP server, but at least in a friendly enemy faction, so that you're not constantly harassed by random people. But if you're all in like a VoIP together and you're able to communicate with each other, and then you can do like a war game or something every once in a while, or do a raiding. So like one person could be, or one group could be no gravity, no jetpack, so they have to have gravity. And then another person could be no helmets, so if they want to do anything, they have to have oxygenated systems. Or they can do it really quickly, like running around outside in hard vacuum, but they have to make it quick. And then another group could be, say, the pirates. And the pirates are only able to use pirated resources, so like what I'm doing here. And then the oxygen guys and the jetpack guys, they could be mixed around, or they could be on their own. But the pirate guys would be taking them and the random spawn ships. Like, even just taking these ships to make this station, I'm probably going to use all of this and probably a little bit more. And then the other ones can go after them, but they have to keep in mind that if they do, they're probably going to run into the pirates, and that will probably also end badly for them. That'll also give people a reason to run around with equipment and be ready for fights, that kind of thing. So that was one of the ideas I had. It would be interesting to have that happen. But in general, it seems that games are more interesting when you have some sort of a faction of what is the word I'm looking for here? Difficulty. Some sort of a difficulty to increase the survival aspect. Because generally, games that have AIs aren't as good as... The AIs themselves aren't as good as humans can be. That's what I'm trying to say. And humans can be significantly better in terms of chaos or organized resistance, opposition, or raiding, that kind of thing. But when you have a server open to a public and you have infinite unknowns going on, that's not necessarily fun in terms of video content and recording that to put up online. But in terms of single player, that kind of thing, or just going online for multiplayer, that would be good as well. But I was thinking of trying to see if anyone wanted to do this kind of thing after the update. Because the netcode isn't all there, and I would like to see some better netcode before trying anything like that. Another faction a person could do is the Naturists. So they'd be generally bound to a planet, but they would want to keep the planet as normal, as natural as possible, so they wouldn't be doing too much in terms of mining it. They'd be sending out parties to mine or get resources from other areas. They could also be maybe police of some sort, so they could be resistant to the pirates, and the other guys could call them in for help. That would be interesting. Against the pirates, that is. So that the other teams don't have multiple raiding parties. Of course, they could all raid each other for fun, too, but the pirates would be the main ones that would be coming around, and they'd have 3 factions to raid from, so that would give time for everyone to build up, and the pirates could maybe steal a ship or 2, steal resources, that kind of thing. That'd be interesting. And the nature guys would also be angry if anyone was destroying a planet, so mining a planet, so they would destroy any planetary bases. The pirates wouldn't really be the ones to be mining on the base, but they would be stealing, say, structures or facilities or ships, well, ground vehicles in that case, most likely. But some other, maybe like since if they were going to be police, the nature guys, if they were going to be police, they would probably also want some sort of a production facility on the ground or above the ground, so that they could produce ships to counteract the pirates. And the pirates themselves could be going after this dock area to get more resources from them as well. So that would also work. Look at this, we're at 35,000 of 46,000. I could stick another cargo vessel on here, but I like having it a little bit more realistic in terms of how it would actually be like. 2 more grinders probably wouldn't be too bad. Like, that'd be reasonable in how things might go. But a thing full of them is not the way I want to do it. But I might want to get some actual extra things done on the runabout, now that I've been using it for a while. Actually, ooh, yeah, we're a little bit slow now to move around. Is this light or is this heavy? It's heavy too, okay. Actually, I'll go grab this one quick. So yeah, that would be an interesting multiplayer type game. I was just thinking I haven't been to a LAN party for a long time. It'd be fun to do a LAN party. Maybe even like a community LAN party. I don't know if that would go well. You'd probably want to do like a kid's version and then an adult's version. So the kids version in the morning to afternoon, and then the adults version later at night. So that there'd be the ability for people to BYOB and not have to worry about kids around. And then the kids would want to play more kid-friendly games. And then the adults could all play Minecraft. Then again, Minecraft is pretty fun, and you can get things set up in a way that it's not entirely a kid's game. Looks like I'm kind of full, yeah. I do think I want to get the transporter ship a little bit more worked on. I haven't done too much with it. We could do a little bit more. Definitely feel how slow it is now, though. So yeah, the multiplayer thing could be interesting. I'd probably say interesting too much, but oh well. Not sure how well it would go over. And I don't do this all for the views because, well, I don't get a ton of views anyway. And I'm not one to ask for likes or subscriptions or anything like that, because if a person wanted to, then they'll do it on their own. And dislikes help anyway, so it's not really a concern when someone dislikes a video. They're actually helpful in how YouTube does things, so that's not a concern of mine either. Just watching the inventory here. But it might be interesting to just at least do some sort of a co-op collaboration with someone or some group, that kind of thing. Getting close here. After the next one's probably going to stop. I wonder how well it'll fly when it's this full anyway. Oh yeah, there we go. Full up here and nearly full up here. This one over here is full and the connector is even full. So this thing's a loaded ship. It was down here, just that way. I'll go this way. Alright. Where's the sun? There he is. Or she, or it, or whatever. Just kind of want to rotate a little bit. So in terms of LAN parties, I've been doing it for years probably at this point. And doing like a community thing, you'd probably want to do it in association with whatever location you'd rent out so that they'd either cover the cost or reduce the cost. I don't think you can expect them to run any sort of snack store or anything, unless it actually is a reasonable thing for them to get some money also out of it, too. Because if they're taking money from selling snacks or alcohol if they have the license, that might be good for them as well. Then you don't have to do it as a person organizing it. Just going to angle myself this way and go grab the welder. Then, of course, you need to be concerned with security because you have so many computers hanging around. You'd probably want some sort of a security. Maybe. A lot of people there, so maybe that would be able to cover it. I know there's really big LAN party type things. I don't know how exactly they handle that kind of thing. I like to cover the bases when I'm thinking of things like this. I don't often have big ideas, but I just don't have the ability to do them. But that's okay. I'll go like this, hide empty, scroll down because it's probably down there. Where is the stuff? There, no, that's mine. Okay, let's just hide empty. No. No. Ah, there we go. Okay. Just gonna unload everything on you. This is girders. Actually, I had to make a bunch of girders. It'd be nice if it auto-piled everything up. Like if I take these and I put them there, it doesn't stack automatically with those. Lots of batteries. Okay, so you have... nothing else? You have nothing else. Go like this, and check the inventory again. You have nothing else. Okay. Then you have to worry about the power at the place, if they have enough coverage for it, so you might want to get some outlets as well. Power bars, surge protector type things, maybe. Then the question is, if the people, do you want to make it open for people that don't have access to really good computers, that kind of thing? So then you'd want to either rent some or see if a rental place would sponsor a little bit. Then you'd have computers for people that can't really bring theirs or don't have a really good computer to join in if they wanted to join in. And then if there's no sponsorship, then you'd have to actually cover the cost. So wait, you already had stuff? Oh, the welders, or the grinders transfer their stuff over automatically. Interesting. Okay, no, I want cargo. Yes. Cargo. Okay. And now I want the large cargo from this guy over here. Okay. And then I want... I need to unhide these. Throw it in here, or is it going to drop it right back? Throw it in here. Okay, it didn't drop it right back. So the connector... I can't put it in the connector? Oh, that's the reactor. Oops. Throw those in there, throw those in there. Yep, that's everything. Okay. Is that everything? Everything? Wrap connector. Wrap cargo. Small reactor is the backup reactors. Oxy tank can't take anything. Grinder. I think that's everything. Okay. Disconnect. Fly off. I like that I can dock these with each other without too much of a problem. So how many of these things did I get? I wonder if Doritos and Mountain Dew or whatever it is would want to sponsor something like that. That's a joke. Haha. Probably not a good joke. Haha. Whoa. So yeah, in regards to a new or updated Mark II, I think let's just get close in here. Get a nice angle. How angled am I this way? This seems good. All right. Probably want to get people doing... No. Okay. Just kind of thinking to myself here, mumblings. I don't think a sponsorship type thing would do that, but for this thing, I think it's nice. And I would keep most of the coverage in terms of movement. Might want to see some large thrusters just to get around a little bit quicker, to get up to speed, to get to and from locations maybe. Maybe extra solar panels would help out too. And I did have that landing gear, but it got kind of blowed off. And if I'd put it back on, it would have got blowed off again. So maybe some sort of a landing gear to enable grabbing and docking with command ship. Haven't really needed to bring the command ship out much though. Should also do work on the command ship, but right now we're thinking about this. I like the beacon stuff, especially how it blinks on the left and then to the right and then to the left and then to the right. I really don't like the cockpit requiring small blocks on it. I could use a bigger cockpit, but then it would make the first-person mode really weird to use, because these things would stick out really, really far. Could throw it on like a stick or whatever, just extend it from the front, but then can't really go into first person. I like being able to go into first person. A camera on the bottom for the connector might be useful, but generally it's just easy to go into third person for that. But a camera on the front was really helpful, so probably want one of those. I don't know about drone control. The antenna could replace the beacon though, but then again, if I want to enable and disable it, the antenna wouldn't really work for that when controlling it, so would need to leave a beacon on it. Mining transport. The batteries are fine, just the one. I did try out some different base designs for this thing, just to see if printing it would work better, but it didn't, so I don't know what's going on with that. It's probably just things going on with how the printer works or something, I don't know. No point speculating, so. That's a little bit even. More even, better even. Oh, are we really out? We're out. Wow. Man, heavy blocks. I'm glad I'm only making a little bit of this thing out of heavy blocks. You were out of stuff, right? I know I checked you before and you were out of stuff. I'm gonna check you again just to make sure. Yeah, you're out of stuff. Wow. So 20 minutes of work of grinding and then welding yielded that much of the heavy blocks done. That's kind of crazy. Angle you to the sun a little bit. So hopefully this middle section is worth it for the thing that I had in mind. Hopefully it's also fun when it's done, but who knows. This one I'm not too certain. I kind of like how it goes like this around. And I did a little bit of getting this area done as well, just to see what it would look like. It looks okay. I think it's fine. Lots of room for who knows what. Operations center, some batteries, that kind of thing. And then this, I definitely will be making it into some sort of a hangar. So I might also want to put storage down there, or storage interspersed around, maybe. I also want to get this thing set up to be better equipped to handle resource influx, like if I went and captured that mining transport. But these things need to get moved out, and the other ones on the other side, I haven't done that yet, but we'll eventually do that. And I'd like to get the gravity set up. I don't know if I want to go with 0.1. Might want to go with a little bit more, maybe even 0.5. Don't really need to jump, but jumping in 0.1 is really annoying. Could just do it here. Okay. So walking and jogging is the same, but when you try to jump, you get this weird little... You gotta... Oh! Huh. They changed it. You can't really jump anymore. Really? 0.1G, you should be able to, like, jump here and you'd be like, whee! And then you'd bonk your head and then you'd fall back down. That would be like more like 0.1. What the? What? What? How'd I do that? What? Okay, let's try that again. I went wee, and then I went. I think I'll just end it here, because I don't know what happened there. Have a good whatever it is at your location, and goodbye.